What's good, everybody? It's your boy Desmond Lexi Firearms Train out here in the cave, shoot another video. And today I want to go over my current EDC. I've got a few questions about my EDC setup, holsters, and the gun that I carry and stuff like that. So I want to go ahead and do a video about what my current EDC setup. And what EDC is your everyday carry, which you should be carrying your gun every day. So some people, their EDC, it switches up. Some people have a summer carry or a winter carry, depending on the weather, where they're going, situation, stuff like that. That gun may change. Now, usually for the longest time, I was carrying my Shout Systems MR920 with a Radium Ramjet, which is just a Glock 19 clone, with some upgrades already done to it. Shoots great, different grip angle and everything like that. A lot of things that I would normally do to my Glock out of the box, it's already done to the Shout Systems. And then Glock came out with the Glock Gen 5 19 Koa, which I really like that. And now it's really hard to get. So I went ahead and picked that up because I love Glock. I'm a Glock fanboy. And I picked that up before they became damn near impossible to get. And shout out to Legacy Tactical and Arms. So I got this before they became impossible to get and with the ridiculous prices. And I added the Radiant Ramjet to this, and I go over the setup that I have here. But with this one, you have that Aimpoint Koa system on here, and I really like this Koa system. I really like the Ramjet. All my Glocks that I carry have Ramjets on there, or some type of compensator. Even my Shadow Systems has a Ramjet on there. I did have the Shadow Systems comp on there, but I switched it out to the Radiant Ramjet because I like that a little bit better. But this is my current EDC. I really like this because it's a great duo. I can carry this in the summer, I can carry this in the winter, and I can carry it year round, just about any and everywhere that I go. Now this, I haven't done much to it. I haven't done anything internally to it, just I've added some extra stuff to it, such as an extended slide stop slot release. This is the ambidextrous one in the Gen 5s. I've added that. I was thinking about getting that other one that comes all the way up the side here. It makes it a lot easier. I was thinking about adding that. It does scuff up your slot a little bit, but I'm fine with that. But this was just a little generic one that I bought. It does the trick. I've added a extended magazine release because I have shorter thumbs, so it's a lot easier for me to actuate that. I've also added the Tyrant Defense magwell on here, so for those magazine changes. So this is a loaded mag. I'm not going to rack the slot or anything, but it makes it a lot easier to insert that magazine in there, right? So again, make sure it's clear. And I added the Cairo Defense little back strap right here. I really like this back strap. So this back strap gives it a slightly different angle. If you can see, it gives us that little hump back there. So my hand really fits in good right here. I really like this because I have more of a natural presentation in this firearm with this in here. Because usually with your Glock, sometimes I inch my arm down a little bit, my hand down a little bit. With that presentation, it feels a lot more natural having this with this Cairo Defense backstrap. So I really do like it. The only downside I have about this, the material, I think it's this little cushion or this little plastic here. It can irritate your skin. So if you don't wear like an undershirt or something like that, it can irritate your skin a little bit. So sometimes I do wear an undershirt under here, so it does affect my draw a little bit, but it's not too bad. But so it's something that you have to think about. And not everybody has that issue, but I know for me, I did have that issue with it. I do have my TRL 7 X on here. I think if you're gonna have a weapon for concealed carry or everyday carry, you should have a light on your gun, or at least have a handheld light. I usually carry a handheld light as well. Take a class is gonna teach you how to use that light properly. It's not like what you see on TV. So definitely something that you wanna think about. Again, I have that Radiant Ramjet. If you don't know what that is, it's a compensator. What the compensators do, it helps mitigate that rise of the gun that you're gonna get. It pushes those gases out, helps keep the muzzle down so you don't get much of a muzzle flip when you start to shoot faster. So it helps keep it a little more level. If you do what you're supposed to do with your grip, you can really tell the difference when you start to shoot a little bit faster. So it really does play a role in that recoil mitigation. I think some people say, just grip the gun better, work on your grip, you can do the same thing. Yeah, but why not? You know, if it can help out a little bit, why not? And I think it looks pretty darn cool. And this is my gun, I can do what the hell I want to do. So this is the setup for the actual gun. Now the holster that I carry this gun in is my Tier 1 concealment holster right here. This is the Man, I forgot the model of this, the Apex. I gotta get that model. I forgot I'll drop the model number in here, but this is my tier 1 concealment holster. I really like this one. For the longest time, I was carrying at the 4 o'clock, and I had a buddy. He had an appendix carry holster, and I wanted to try it out. We had the same gun. He had an extra holster. He let me borrow the holster, and I carried it around the house for a little bit. And I said, this isn't too bad. And once I did purchase the holster, I took a class to teach me how to do it the proper way. Did a whole bunch of dry fire until I got comfortable with it. Once I got comfortable with it, took a class, and we shot like 800 rounds drawn from concealment and in the appendix position, and I felt a whole heck of a lot more comfortable after taking that class. And now this is the only way that I would carry, well, my preferred way, not the only way. Depending on where I'm going, I might switch back to the 4 o'clock. But this is my preferred way to carry is appendix. Now with this holster, what you have here, I'll tell everybody the hardest thing to conceal on your gun is going to be the grip of the gun. Everything else is stuck down in your pants. That's why sometimes you have your winter carry and your summer carry. In the winter time, you might carry like a full-size Glock 47, which has a longer grip in here, but summertime, Glock 19 might suit you better because of what you're wearing. Winter, you're wearing extra coats and layers and stuff like that. It's easier to conceal something like that. But because, again, everything else is stuck down in your pants, this is the only thing that could possibly print if you don't carry properly. What aids you with this holster is this little piece right here, this little wing or wedge. It pushes your belt line out, pushes the hill of the gun in towards your body. So you don't have the gun that's sticking out. You see some people, you can definitely tell they have a firearm because all you see is the hill of the gun sticking out in a daggone shirt. So this pushes the hill of the gun, pushes your belt line out, hill of the gun in, tucks it close to your body. So it makes it a lot easier to conceal and a lot less noticeable if you're not wearing a medium-sized shirt or anything like that. So I really do like this. This is also height adjustable. With this right here, you can adjust this up and down, and also this tab here, this attachment here, you can adjust up and down so you can get the proper height. So this will be considered like a level 1 holster. With that level 1, you have the 2 halves pressed together, just retaining the firearm in here, so you have some good retention. And also you can adjust the retention with this little screw right here as to how hard it is to pull out and insert the firearm. I haven't had any issues taking classes, running back and forth with this holster, no issues whatsoever. So I really do like that. Also on the back, you have this little cushion here. It makes it a lot more comfortable against your body. I've driven from Virginia to North Carolina with this with no issues. I ride with this. Some people think appendix carry may not be the most comfortable, and for some it's not the most comfortable, but you have to have the right holster. I've been through a lot of holsters, but tier 1 is probably my go-to. Maybe it's comfort concealment. Not comfort concealment, slim fit. Slim fit holsters make some really good ones as well. Comfort concealment are good, but slim fit is another good one that I go to. Tennecore, good holsters as well. There's some good holster companies out there. I learned the hard way: buy once, cry once when it comes to your holster. So don't go cheap on your holsters. And you want something that's going to fit that light as well. So be careful with those Amazon special lights that nobody's ever heard of. You're going to have a hard time finding a holster company that accommodates your firearm and your light. So you might have a Glock, but you might have a no-name light. You're gonna have a hard time finding a holster company that accommodates that Glock with that no-name light on there. So something that you want to think about. I always carry extra magazine. This is me personally. This is I think this is my slim fit magazine holster. I like this because you can adjust the retention on here. So if I'm going to have a single stack mag, I can adjust that here and carry a single stack mag in here as well. So I can adjust the retention on here. So I like carrying an extra magazine as well. Always have those extra rounds facing forward. So when you grip that magazine and you index that magazine, you're gripping it the right way. Take a class, teach you how to index a magazine and insert that magazine the right way. Something that you have to think about. Also, always carry a light on me. This is a Olight. I really like this one because you have your regular light. You have different brightness levels on here. You can put a green laser on here, and you have that UV setting as well. So I really do like this light as well. So it's good to have a handheld light. Also, this has a magnetic base to it as well, so you can stick it up on something if you need some overhead light for you. So this is a good light to have. I really like this one. Check out Olights. These are good pocket lights. There's more powerful ones out there, but this is a good setup as well. And I also have a pocket knife. I like to have a pocket knife on me, just in case. You never know. Some people prefer the fixed blades, but I do like this one. This is a Crenshaw, and I like this one. This little flipper right here, really easy to deploy this knife. And I want to take a knife class, learn how to do it the right way. Don't know much about knives, pokey stabbies, but it's good to have a knife on you just in case, because you never know what situation you're going to be in. Also, you want to get a good belt. I run a Core Essentials belt, and I like it has like a ratchet system. I don't know if you can hear it. Have that little ratchet system in there. So I really like having that for a belt, that because you're going to want something that can hold up your firearm and your pants at the same time. A Walmart belt's not going to cut it. So don't go cheap when it comes to your belts. Core Essentials make really good belts, and also Next Belt. I like Next Belt as well. They make some really good belts that you can wear with just about anything. They have the dressy ones. If you have something that, wearing some khakis or something like that, or just some regular jeans, some blue jeans, you can wear it with that as well. But there's something that you want to think about. Don't go cheap on your belts. This belt was probably like 60, 50 bucks or something like that. Not super expensive, but not super cheap either. But this is my current EDC setup. I really like this Glock. I have over, I haven't taken a class with this Glock yet. I'll be taking a class pretty soon, put some real rounds through here. I probably have about maybe 500 rounds through it so far. That's just going to the range and stuff like that. But I want to go take a class and put some real rounds through it, put like a couple thousands of rounds through it in the class or whatever, and run it through its paces. But I really do like this setup, and this is my go-to right now. And I have the Glock 47 for winter carry. I probably just take this slide off of here, put it on the 47, and that's going to be my winter carry. Also make a great home defense setup as well, something that you want to think about. But this is my current EDC. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to have any questions about anything specific that I didn't go into detail about, let me know. I'll drop it in the comments. But more to come. I hope you guys like the video. Don't just own a firearm, become more proficient with your firearm. Keep training, stay safe.